Hi, this is Jen Healy here, coming to you with the AYRx Yoga Swing. And I wanted to do just a short video today to talk to you about the benefits of using the yoga swing. And I've developed two different practices, one called AerialYogaPlay and the other one called AYRx Therapeutics. And I mainly use this swing as part of my healing practice in order to open, align, and release the spine. This particular swing is really stretchy and comfortable. It's a thick sweatshirt material, a cotton lycra blend, so it makes it more comfortable to hang in positions that can help open up the connection between the muscle and the skin called the fascia. And so it's the tension on the surface of the skin is usually what contracts and suffocates the muscles, and so that tension is wrung out by hanging, and we're using gravity as our most abundant force to open up the body. So I'm going to get into a couple positions and show you how I use the swing to align the spine. So we start out in a basic sumo squat where we put the swing behind our back underneath our arms, so our weight is being fully supported by our upper body, and then our lower body can hang. So in this position, we are tractioning the spine out of the pelvis to create space for the vertebrae. And this is super duper important. Most of the injury and tension that lives in the body is due to compression. It's the definition of stress, right? Is tension. So the remedy is expansion and openness. And so we come into a basic sumo squat and let our hips hang to just get some space and to open up particularly the lower back. But we can also release the neck. We can come into a supported back bend by pressing back, supporting the head with the hands, and gently rocking from side to side. This is called a weeping willow. So the names in the poses are meant to be super easy and simple and available to any level. Just even a beginner person who's never done yoga before can come into some really gentle basic lunges in the swing by letting the swing lift us and support us while we're dropping down. So there's absolutely no tension on the joints then, especially the knees in a position like this. And what I find is when most people do yoga, they lose the alignment and then they're prone to injury, particularly the neck and shoulders, the lower back, the knees. They're all putting strain on the joints, where the swing helps us to stay lifted and supported to come into some poses that might not be available to us otherwise. And then the swing comes with hand holds and leg loops for different variations. So you don't even need to go upside down in order to get a really nice tractioning for the spine. You can even come into a sumo squat from the hand holds, and I call it a full body hang, because then you're stretching the arms, the shoulders, the ribs, the back. The whole body can get some space and some length, and that is usually what creates healing, that creates relief. And so from here, we can also do some core strengthening. We can just lift our own body weight. I think it's really important to learn how to lift our legs, lift our arms, be able to support our own body weight. And so when we do our strengthening and we're lengthening at the same time, we're creating space in the body, and then we're strengthening around that space. And then the idea is that we keep that space when we're done exercising. So it's really important to lengthen and strengthen together. And I find that people are either too loose or too contracted, and we're coming into balance and harmony between those two opposites. So I call it dynamic tension. One part of the body is engaged, the other part of the body is relaxed, and that's what helps us gain space and open up the body, particularly the spine. I really focus on the spine. We all have a spine, and most people who come to me are dealing with extreme neck and shoulder tension or extreme lower back pain, or they've had a shoulder injury or a knee injury, etc. No matter what the case is, you can use the swing to start to open up the body and support it while healing these parts that might be injured, or just some limitations. Some people just don't have flexible hamstrings, right? For example, so coming into forward folds or down dogs in a basic yoga practice can be really uncomfortable. And you can use the swing to support the weight. Not only can you use it under the arms, you can also use it at the hips. So you can come into a gentle forward fold here or a down dog, and let the swing hold the weight and gently start to open it up. So of course, we're working with the skeletal system, the muscles, strengthening and stretching, but we're also working with the lymph and building circulation. The lymph, the hubs, the upper body and lower body, the lymph system gets very congested, and the lymph being stagnant can lead to low energy, it can lead to weight gain, it can lead to hormone imbalance. There's so many factors that building circulation in the body and cleansing and clearing the lymph is super important, particularly for the endocrine system. So we're increasing blood and oxygen flow, particularly to the head and the brain when we go upside down. Being upside down is so important. You don't have to do an inversion to get this opening and length for the spine, but bringing more flow and oxygen to the upper body, relieving the neck and shoulder is so easy with the swing. So I'm just going to come into a quick inversion and show you that too. But increasing the neural pathways in our brain is so important, as well as stimulating the crown of the head and coming into a really gentle headstand without any pressure on the joints. So I use the swing not only for upright positions, but inversions. It can also be used to do more advanced poses, more strengthening. You can do all your push-ups and bicep curls and sit-ups in it. But I particularly love going upside down, and the benefits, it's called the king of all postures in yoga for a reason. So the benefits of going upside down is amazing. And I've heard for years people say that they've used inversion tables, which I think is great. It's definitely better than nothing. I used to go to the playgrounds and literally hang upside down on the monkey bars by my knees. But it is most importantly to hang by our hips. So I'm going to show you how I do that with this swing. I'm going to start backwards. You put the swing across the low hips, and then we wrap the legs wide and around and hook. And then all of a sudden we're upside down. And in this position, we're tractioning the spine out of the pelvis. When we go upside down, we're lengthening the neck. We can also do a very gentle headstand and bring it down so that just very gently the crown of the head is touching the floor, but we can totally hang just 1 inch off the ground as well. And it's incredible for the entire body. And then you come out nice and easy, just bringing the feet down and come back through a sumo squat to reverse it. So you're supported, you have the leg loops and hand holds. It's kind of like a blend between a traditional aerial yoga hammock and a TRX system. So you have the hand holds and leg loops. So like I said, you can do all the things that you normally do to strengthen the body and use those for pull-ups and push-ups. And you also get the benefit of getting into the cocoon and doing a deep relaxation. So everything spreads out and is super comfortable. So you can actually hop in. You can take a nap and do your Shavasana. It's just so amazing in here. And it's such a great way to allow the body to be just supported. We have the sensation of floating and being rocked as infants, and then we don't get that sensation as adults. This is incredible for the nervous system and the immune system in rebalancing the hormones. It's just to hang and float and rock. And it's very gentle and very supportive. You can lay back into it. It just feels amazing. You can support the legs and bring them up in using the leg loops to expand. I'll demonstrate that before we go here. So yeah, so I use the swing to create support, to open up the spine and work with injuries and limitations in a really gentle way. You can also do flips and tricks and acrobatics and all the advanced stuff with the swing, but I mainly focus on the fascia, the connective tissue, and opening that up. It just feels amazing to release that tension that lives on the surface of the body, plus build more circulation and blood flow. And then when we go upside down, we're actually rebalancing the brain chemistry, and there's a natural state of upliftment. It can literally change our mood in 5 minutes. It's so incredible. And then I also like to work with all of the normal exercises that we could do at a gym or a yoga class, the strengthening and the stretching, but we do that with this amazing prop, right? This apparatus that can help us keep alignment and open up the body properly so that we're not reinforcing any sort of injury and that we're able to do poses that we might not be able to do otherwise. Well, thank you so much for listening. This is Jen Healy. You can find more about my program at AerialYogaRx.com or AYRxYogaswings.com. It's AYRxYogaswings.com. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. I'm going to get into cocoon and show you what that looks like. Bye for now. Nap time.